Greetings, fellow gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
And I'm Count Jackula.
And today we're going to talk about Abraham's Boys, a Shudder original horror movie directed by Natasha Kermani and based on the Joe Hill short story of the same name. Now, the fact that this movie is based on a short story actually really shows, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
Basically, it's taking the character of Abraham Van Helsing from the Dracula story, as well as Mina from the Dracula story, and it puts them in a marriage and has them, long after Dracula's been killed, start a family. Van Helsing's children are being taught the ways of Van Helsing's vampire hunting, lifestyle, and they're trying to figure out if the vampires are real or if their parents are crazy and their dad is a serial killer. It's kind of like ÄtherialTea, but with Dracula lore.
Yeah.
That's kind of what the movie's going for. Unfortunately, as much as I kind of like the concept of this movie, it's way too fucking slow.
Ooh, yeah.
It is definitely a short story that was padded out to make a feature-length runtime.
Sometimes when you stretch a short story out to movie length, it tears, and this one tears.
Yes, unfortunately, it makes the movie drag hard. I was literally falling asleep when we were watching the movie.
Yeah.
And I was amped up on energy drinks at the time, so I was not sleepy in the slightest before the movie started. Which is a shame, because I was actually really into the idea of the movie.
Are vampires, in fact, real? In this story.
It's the question that hangs over the entire movie. And in the spoiler section, we'll answer that question because the movie does pretty much answer it. I feel like I figured out the answer to that question so early on in the movie, and the movie did not add enough
there aren't really enough turns to make the journey kind of a little bit more exciting.
That's a good way to put it. The movie did not fuck with me enough.
Yeah.
I felt like if that was going to be the question that the movie hangs on, the movie should really test my own morality and my own conclusions more often. The moment I, as a viewer, am sure that vampires are real or not, the movie should do something to fuck with that.
Yeah.
ÄtherialTea messes with you the entire runtime.
Yeah.
I even like the guy, Titus Welliver of Sons of Anarchy, Deadwood, and Bosch fame. I even like him as Abraham, but unfortunately, it's just so slow, and there's not enough twists and turns in the movie to keep it engaging. One thing I will say about this movie, though, is that while the majority of the movie drags, I do think it has a very strong ending. I do like the ending of this movie a lot. I just wish the movie spent less time getting there.
Well, yeah, it felt like the movie should have been maybe an hour and 10 minutes as opposed to 90-minute movie.
Yep, absolutely. It just, it overstayed its welcome.
It did.
Maybe it reads better as a short story. I haven't actually read that short story.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
So I tend to like Joe Hill's writing, so it probably as a short story, it works better.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this movie is very mediocre and very slow, and it's not going to be for everybody. It has a strong ending and it has a great concept, but it doesn't really do much with that concept, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And with that said, the movie is currently available on Shudder, so go check it out on Shudder if you want to check it out. And let us move on to the spoilers so we can talk about whether or not the vampires are real in this.
Nope, they're not. Good night.
Pretty much. As I pretty much figured out very early on in the movie, the vampires aren't real. Mina Harker is just crazy.
Yeah,
she is nuts.
Probably schizophrenic.
But also, she's being drugged by Abraham.
Yeah.
The drugs are supposed to make her sane and help her fight off all the vampire curses and shit. But it's very obvious that the drugs are what's making her nuts, or at least exacerbating her nuts.
Yeah. It's a feeling of she's probably schizophrenic, and he keeps giving her these blood transfusions, and you're like, is that helping at all?
There's a point in which she's making a pie and puts blood in the pie.
Yeah.
And it's just oh, this is your dad's special recipe. It keeps, the bats away. It's
yeah.
Does it?
Does it?
I don't know.
There is a good scene where, I forget the name of the character. He's from Dracula. The one who's supposed to marry Lucy.
Yeah. He comes in on a carriage.
Yeah, he comes in a carriage and is all of a sudden realizing, wait a minute, I may have just killed my bride for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, that's one of the best scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
is when he shows up and is basically the guy who left the cult long enough to realize how bullshit the cult was.
Yeah.
And the cult in this case is the cult of Van Helsing and his belief in vampires. And he basically shows up and is just like, you lied to me. And I'm pretty sure I killed my wife for no reason. I'm a murderer. And I should go to prison for this.
Yeah.
And so should you. I need you to stop what you're doing. You're killing people. You're a murderer, Abraham. It's one of the stronger scenes in the movie. But unfortunately, most of the movie is a lot of like slow shots of the farm. They're setting kind of like a mood and a tone. But there comes a point in which the mood and tone is set and I just kind of want things to happen.
Yeah, you need something to happen.
Exactly.
You know?
And there is a point where certain things happen, like when the boys find the girl in the basement. But then the dad shows up and just kills her and calls her a vampire. And I'm just like, oh man, I feel like there was a missed opportunity there.
Yes.
You know, because now I'm sure vampires aren't real when he did that.
Yeah.
And I was never steered away from that conclusion for the rest of the movie. Having that lady do something like maybe grab one of the kids and like threaten to hurt them or something to make you question, well, maybe she is a vampire, but also maybe she's just trying to save herself. But I did really like the end of this movie when the the eldest brother basically has to confront his dad. Behead me. You know?
Yeah.
It's basically like the ultimate fuck you, because it's like, you can behead me to defeat me. But at the end of the day, you defeating me like this will make you me. Like, you will be the monster now. I was the monster. There was never a Dracula.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the son is still like, well, I still gotta kill this guy.
Well, yeah, he's got to, because he's like threatening not only his little brother, he's also threatening the fucking woman that he befriended.
Yeah.
You know, from the railroad fucking thing that they're doing. Because this is set in like California during like, you know, the Western expansion. So there's railroad workers and various other people. And at one point there's a scene in which a guy, you know, he gets injured while working on the railroad and he has to be like seen to a doctor. And the only doctor within, you know, the next 30 miles is Dr. Van Helsing. So he helps this guy or whatever. Yeah. But then the lady who brought him there ends up being stalked by
Van Helsing because he believes she's a vampire.
You know, and the eldest son has befriended this girl over the course of the movie and basically has to stop his dad from killing her because she's clearly not a vampire. But it's a very strong scene. It's very good. It's got the best acting in the movie. There is some more uneven acting throughout the movie, but some of that uneven acting I think was intentional. I think you're supposed to not be sure how you feel about Abraham.
About Van Helsing himself?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But it also kind of leads to points where I feel like the actors kind of like not sure what side to play during certain scenes.
Yeah, well, it felt like he Jekyll and Hyde it, but it didn't feel natural.
I get what you mean. There was something not smooth about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's also just the overall pacing of this movie's off. So the times in which he's Jekyll and hiding don't feel like they're happening at the right moments.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
No, I totally know what you mean.
That's Abraham's Boys. It's a movie in concept I like, but overall the movie disappointed me.
Yeah, so. I was real meh on it.
Yeah. Meh is a good word. Meh, mediocre.
You know.
And with that said, where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Well, you can find me here on YouTube, where I stream pretty much every weeknight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we talk about blood, monsters, and madmen, and all kinds of other groovy things. And I would just love to see you come on down and discuss them with me. How about you?
Y'all know me. I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me at the Horror Guru on various social media platforms, but these days I primarily use Blue Sky, so follow me on there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And if you'd like to help out either of us more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you decide to go the Patreon route, even $1 a month can go a long way, and we can certainly accept more. Now, with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, I want you to comment below, and be sure to comment below using the hashtag, I think my dad's gone crazy, to quote a very outdated Eminem song. Use that hashtag in your comment below, and, you know, peace out.